Wow. Stephen A. Smith here. I'm during lunch break right now. I look on my computer and I see where Avery Johnson, Dylan Edwards, two Heisman candidates from Kansas State. And I'm like, oh, this is what OJ tweeted to me earlier. Because when OJ tweeted this to me earlier, I'm like, what does that mean? So I get on the computer and I see it randomly. And I'm like, wow, I need to speak to the head coach of Kansas State. So I'm here, Stephen A. Smith, giving you guys another live coverage with the owner of Kansas State. How you doing, my man? I'm talking to a team that have yet cracked or made some noise. Coming off a team that struggled a little bit last season. Arizona State was able to secure a spot in the playoffs along with Colorado. How are you feeling, my man? How you doing?
Stephen, hey, thank you for having me back, sir. How am I feeling? I'm feeling like I'm coming back with a vengeance. I'm feeling rather vengeful. I'm feeling rather attacked, and I'm feeling rather looked down on. So here in Kansas State, here in Manhattan, like I've always said, from the moment that I walked in, we are not a school built on NIL deals. We are a school built on busting ass. We're bringing in 1 stars. We're bringing in 2 stars. We're bringing in some 3 stars. But best be sure that our program, it will make pros. We will have 3 first-round picks this year. We had a first-round pick last year. We had a second-round pick, and we had a 7th-round pick. We will have 3 first-round picks. We will have a Heisman winner this year. Mark my words.
Interesting. Yeah, I have a few more questions before I get you up out of here. I know we're in the off season, and obviously, you have to deal with two-a-days and, recruits for the next year. It never get old. And you mentioned something, though, as far as bringing in 3, 2, 1 stars. What's your response to the On3 committee or Max Preps? All of these different type of recruiting sources that says a team can't be successful with those stars. It has to be that 5 stars and the 4 stars. Everything is about stars these days. How do the Kansas State football program feels when it comes to recruiting stars? Do you feel that it really seriously matter? Are you really targeting those guys, or are you still just trying to just stick to the kids that that maybe a little less than 5 or 4 stars?
Stephen A., that's a great question, and I thank you for asking it. Stars don't mean anything. You got 0 stars playing in the NFL, 1 stars in the NFL, 2 stars in the NFL, 3 stars in the NFL, 4 stars in the NFL, 5 stars in the NFL. In fact, you could venture to say there's more 1, 2, and 3 stars in the NFL than there is 4 and 5 stars. All we think in Manhattan that a star does is give you the feeling that you are entitled. Sorry, I actually got a call from a recruit just then, and I had to tell him, hold on. But all we feel like a star does is make you feel like you're entitled, and we don't want entitled people here, because when you're entitled, you feel as though you don't have to work hard. You don't have to bust your ass to achieve something, and that's not what we're building here in Manhattan. So to the people that sit here and make fun of the fact that I can't get those big names. I don't want the big names, because the big names feel entitled. The big names, they are not welcome here. They are not welcome here because you have to work when you come to Manhattan, Kansas. And the fact of the matter is that when you're working in Manhattan, Kansas, we're building something even better than those big blue blood programs. They just don't have to work. They feel as though they're given things. No, nothing is given. And
very good response right there. Speaking about, the 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, when you look at Kansas State, they was ranked 85th as far as recruiting class. To your satisfaction, is that what you want, or do you want to see this improvement increase over the years? Like, I understand what you're saying as far as 0 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, regardless of what star it is, it's all about what you can do, because there's a lot of hidden gems and diamonds within those low stars if you really scout them like you're supposed to. But do you care, or do you want to see that ranking as far as with recruiting increase from your program?
No, I don't care about if my recruiting ranking goes up. I don't care if it goes down. I don't care if it stays the same. I did because I was concerned with what others thought about me initially. I don't care now. It doesn't matter what people think about me. It doesn't matter what people think about the program that we're building here in Manhattan. It only matters about our 4 walls. And I know the work that these men are putting in, and I know that we will be national champions.
Very good stuff right there. 2 more questions, man. I promise you that. I'm not going to have you too long. But you are the commissioner of the GFSSL League, and it's very important to get your input on this topic that's been spoke on in multiple interviews, which is very, very important to hear your thoughts. A lot of users, head coaches, as well as myself, have been bragging and raving about the back-to-back champion in the GFSSL League, the Miami Hurricanes. Is it safe to say we have an Alabama Crimson Tide, Nick Saban dynasty in front of our eyes? This is a head coach that has the most money that he's won in the GFSSL League, obviously with him winning back-to-back. Do you feel like a dynasty is being created over there in Miami? What are your thoughts about that as we get ready to close?
Do we have a Nick Saban? I think there's a good chance we have a Nick Saban. Do we have a Bear Bryant? Do we have a Joe Paterno? Do we have a Bobby Bowden? Do we have an even Larry Coker? Potentially. But for every good, there is a bad. For every good, there is a great. For every great, there's a greatest. Kansas State has something to say about that this year. GFSSL.
James almost ready.
This has been your commissioner, Coach Raymond Kelly, a.k.a. Coach Mr. Piss on You, here from Manhattan. I'm out.